What is going on, guys? And today we are going to be building our PC. So first things first, we're going to first need a list of the PC parts. So this is going to be unofficial. It's on a budget. The budget is it's online. So yeah. So let's name this here. We're gonna first want to name this PC build. It can be on any document, Word or Doc. Okay. Now after that, you wanna you want to list the components. So first you need a CPU. What CPU stands for is, I think, so Central Processing Unit. So that's your first thing. Second, you want a motherboard. This is basically like your brains of the computer. Well, your CPU is the processor. Your motherboard is the brain, if that makes any sense. Next you want some RAM. You need something to, basically process stuff. Like, I don't know what RAM does. Just you need that. Okay, RAM. Then you need a GPU. Now sometimes your CPU may come with a GPU, but for this build, because it's a budget gaming PC, we're gonna go with a separate GPU. After that, you're gonna need power supplies. Has to be 80 plus power supplies. 80 plus. If I can spell this. Okay. After that, PC case. Of course, something you need is store your components. Then after that, you're going to need if you want, you can add a fan, like a 120 millimeter fan. Okay, and then after that, you're going to need a CPU cooler, which you're going to put on top of your CPU. So CPU cooler. Um, what else? I think so. That's it. Trying to think. Ah, yes, thermal paste. Thermal paste. This is going to cool your PC, your CPU, and will keep it at nice temperatures. What else? What else? What else? I think so. That's basically it. Because if I go, let me think. I have a load of different stuff. Is my thing in this? Here it is. This is like a PC that I'd want to build. Uh, yes, your hard drive. Completely forgot about that. So you can either go with an SSD or a M.2 drive, or an old school HHD. No, HDD, I think, or one of those. So SSD is faster than HHD, and HHD is the slowest out of them. And M.2 is the fastest out of all of them. So most people go for an SSD because it's easy. So let's first find a CPU. So the budget for this build will be, yeah, or we'll make it $700. I don't really have a set price, since this is an online. This is, well, I mean, all this stuff here you can go and buy, but I can't actually build it. So I'm gonna just show you. Um, so where is the, here it is. So this is a $700 budget gaming PC. So your CPU now, if you want, you could always, so there's different types. There's i5, i3. Well, let me just order this. i5, i3, i7, which are good for gaming PC, or you could go way out, which we do one, i9, or you can go with the what they call a server CPU, which is the Zexon. If I'm saying that, Zexon or Xeneon, I forget how you say it. So if you look here, uh, Zexon here. So these are those. If you go to eBay. Now, all because this is a budget gaming PC, we're gonna have to go on a pre-owned website, or we can find it off basically anything. So these are the CPUs. For this build, I think so we'll go with an i5, because this is in a $700 budget, and i5 is quite nice. We'll go with the 10th gen. How about that? i5 10th gen. Let's check. Amazon. We'll go from Amazon. Let's see. This is 160 bucks. So let's get out a calculator right here. So 160. Plug that in. Okay. So you have this. So we're just gonna take this. um take this out, do this here, no, here, okay. Now then after that, we're gonna put that's a hyperlink, so we have that. Now in order to make sure that we have the correct one, so we need a motherboard, which if we duplicate this, let's see, what is this socket type? So in order for your motherboard and CPU to work, you need a certain this, and it needs to be Intel Series 4000 chipset. So this type of motherboard, and let's see. Ooh, okay. Let's see. We want to go with something between this. Okay, this looks like it's going to be the best one we have. Yeah, this is good enough. Actually, this is even better. DDR4, M.2. Yeah, this is good. So we're gonna go with this motherboard. Okay. Now then, motherboard. Let's see. Motherboard link is right here. Okay, Control V. Okay, now RAM. Okay, let's think. Vengeance is what I would normally go for, if I spelled that correctly. We're gonna go with 16 gigabytes of Vengeance, because that's always just good to have. So this is, how much is the motherboard? RAM, let me just put this here. Control K, Control V. Okay, motherboard, how much is motherboard? So 70 bucks. Okay, so we put 70 bucks. And then we put 84, okay. So 70 bucks, so plus 70 bucks, plus 84. 314. Okay, we've almost got half of our budget done by just doing all these. Now we need GPU. Now we're not going to go with 3070 because those are like brand new and all sold out. So we'll go with the GTX 1650. Okay, GTX 1650. Okay, yeah, this is good enough. Office Depot. Yeah, this is good enough. So work. How much is this? Ooh, okay, that's a hefty price. Just do this. Control K, Control V. Okay, so that's 194 plus 194. That's 508. Okay, we have $200 more to spend. Then we need power supplies. So let's see, Amazon.com. Most of the stuff I'm gonna buy from Amazon because of course power supplies. So 80 plus power supplies. Okay. What is this? Okay, this is good. 77.50. This is not bad. We'll take this. So this is 110 bucks. Here. Control K, Control V. So this is 110 bucks plus 110. Okay, 618 PC case. Let's see, PC case. Now we obviously, because we're running low on money, we're gonna go with something a bit more cheaper. Yeah, this is good. So we're gonna need all that PC case. Yeah, we're gonna have to sacrifice some money on stuff. Plus 50 bucks. PC, no, stop. Okay, we are back, so we're gonna go with Kingston SSD. This is gonna bring 20 bucks, okay? Let's see, you guys can find this on your own. It's quite easy to find. Let's go here, here, Control K, Control V. Okay, so there you have it. I'll leave a link in the description to this if anybody ever wants to use this. I doubt anybody will. So that brings our total. So that's what, 20 bucks, 688. Yeah, that's basically it. So Now I'll go get the PC parts and we'll build it. Okay, we are back now. Okay, so let us so I have all the PC parts. So basically, this is where we're gonna do this. So let me just drag this first. This is your motherboard, okay? So you're basically gonna, let me just move this. First things first, you're gonna want to, let me move this. Okay, let me keep this over here. You're gonna first want to install your CPU. So basically, you see this socket up here. You want to pop it off. Okay, remove this lever. Okay, it'll pop off. Put this right in here. Okay, there'll be like an arrow on the side of the CPU. Like if I can zoom in here, it'll be on the side, like right here, right this guy right here. It'll line up with the an arrow on the motherboard. You want to put that in and then snap it back down. Okay, now once that is done, we're gonna keep that there. Okay, now we're gonna take our RAM. Okay, our RAM, we're gonna put in these sockets right here. Okay, there's only 2 sockets, so you can only put the 2, and you want to line them up and snap them in. These, or maybe I think so. One of these side things will pop, or both will pop, and you want to just push it down evenly in a right pressure, and then they'll fit in. Okay, so that's where you put your RAM. Now then, if we move on, we're gonna move this to the side. Now your PC case, you want to go and let's just minimize this. Let me just minimize this and minimize this. So you're gonna take your PC case, plop this all inside. It'll line up with like screws on the inside. You just have to make sure. And I'll just cut that out. So you want to then plop all that all in there. Okay, this all into there. Okay. Now then after that you wanna zoom it. So if I zoom this out, stop. Let me just make this big. Okay, so you see this? Okay, this is where that goes. Okay, so you wanna line it up with the case. So first you wanna move, like there should be like shields, like you see these. You wanna pop one of them out where it lines up. Put because you already have that in. Put this, line it up with those, and then screw it in. And it should just fit perfectly right into this socket right here. Okay, now after that, you want to move on to the power supply. So you should get wires, match them up. If you zoom out, you match them up with all these pegs, and then you want to look around and plug them in. So you can plug them in wherever, like this one right here. This one also needs power supplies, and your GPU will also need power supplies, and also your SSD. I mean. So now your SSD you'll have to put on the side of your of your case because it doesn't go anywhere on the motherboard. Oh, you'll also need to wire it. Excuse me, using a data cable and a power cable. So you'll be able to plug it on either side. I think so. It'll be either this side or this side. You want to plug it in, so then you can it'll be your storage basically. And this is a 128 gigabyte, which should be enough. It's quite small, but for 20 bucks it's worth. So then after that you want to go buy Windows, which will cost probably, if you want to buy Windows Pro or Home, it'll probably cost I think so $139 for Home. You want to buy that, load that, use a USB, use some tool which will help you load up Windows. And then after that your PC is all done. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, please. I do hope that you learned how to build your PC just by using images. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.